And so she will need to wait until Kellen moves out of the house when he's more grown in order to have a more committed partnership.
Not committed. There will be people committed to her and to them, but just not in a traditional sense of the family unit that people describe.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're changing that idea, that concept, that narrative of the happy family in the monogamous household, aren't we?
Yes.
And will many partnerships amongst the human race, will that change? Will we go into more of what we would probably label right now as polyamorous, although I don't know if that label would really fit? Are we moving more into serving as a unity and connecting with each other in partnership and unity instead of this exclusive monogamous partnership?
Yes. It'll be a development almost back to a takes a village concept where everybody is there for everybody rather than relying on just one person. No one person can satisfy the needs of another. It takes many people to create well-rounded, complex, energetic sources.
Mm-hmm. And do we need to heal ego first before we can really handle that?
Yes. And there'll be a lot more connection on a spiritual level as opposed to just the primal sexual level.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Which is undefinable by marriage alone.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Thank you for that. Is there just one life purpose for Summer? She's so multi-dimensional, so multi-talented and multi-creative.
Her big life purpose of healing the darkness in those that need to be on a more human level almost seems to evolve and change with each person and each task she's given.
So what should she be doing now to be?
Just be.
Just be.
Take it all in stride. No expectations, no beliefs of how it will eventually look, because she's like on call.
Mm-hmm.
As souls come up that are brought in and needed and necessary. So people that looks like it comes out of the blue, it's because they're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Energy, source, earth, whatever gets the signal that they're ready to meet her, and they will be brought back into her life or brought new into her life. Mostly back. There's a lot of healing people to do from her past.
Mm-hmm. And so she has to live in the moment to help them also to live in the moment.
Yes.
So she wants to know, will her future partner be part of this path with her? Of just being in the moment and helping those in the dark to find their light.
There will be one, and it may not be a forever, but it will be at the key time it's necessary.
Mm-hmm. Will she live with this partner?
Or will yes this be and distant? No.
This will be together and distant at the same time?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
But there's no timeline because that person's not ready yet.
Mm-hmm. Does she know that person right now?
It says yes.
Mm-hmm. Can you show her who that person is? Is that possible?
No.
Thank you. So she says, I feel like picturing what I want limits my full potential.
True.
Mm-hmm. So what about imagination then? What is imagination?
Imagine on a more now scale as opposed to a longer term scale. Imagine the car being fixed. Imagine somebody coming in to help with the garden. Imagine the house being the way that they want. Imagine the travel that you'll have in the next year. Mm-hmm. But don't imagine a life path or a job or a partner, because those are evolutionary. As she helps heal souls, it's not set. It depends on the outcome of so many of her interactions with people as to where she'll go next.
And would you state that this is really a guideline for all beings on this planet then?
Not always.
No.
Some are clear A to B points. They have a set soul purpose with a set path, almost like a highway.
Mm-hmm.
And their path leads the way or clears the way for many others, like trailblazers.
What about what we would call light workers or awakeners here? Is that more of the awakener's path to live more in the moment and to not always visualize on a set life?
Yes. As a collective, visualize on a set global life, but not on an individual level.
Mm, yes, that's very helpful. Thank you. Now, part of her life purpose is awakening people so they can just feel.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that you can share with her about that?
Yeah, there has to be more balance because there are times where, in order to release their darkness, she will almost take it into a place or release them from it, carry it for them so that they can have an idea of what it feels like without it. So having tools, grounding, a place, water, feet in the river, some place to go to, and sex will release any of that residual heaviness that's left behind.
Is there anything else that you can show her that she can do a practice, a technique, so she doesn't take people's darkness in her? We're not supposed to take it in us. We're supposed to direct it somewhere else. How can she do that?
It's almost like she just holds it temporarily for them, not inside of her, but she's got a pocket in her space, in her orb, in her field. There's like a lockbox where she'll keep it from them for them.
But does it affect her body to do that?
Yes.
Where in her body does that affect her?
Gut.
In her gut. Can you go into her gut now, please, and see what's going on in that specific energetic lockbox? And describe for me what you see. You're going to turn the headlamp on again from the third eye.
It's like having pterodactyls instead of butterflies. It's active, it's contained, and it's almost like her light is helping to heal or tame that darkness so that even when it goes back to that person, it's not the same shape and form. There's cracks in it to let more light in, or it's more transparent, or there's a sliver of light left behind in it that grows. It's almost like a more metamorphosis, but there should be ways to do that through energetic.
There should be, because is this something that's affecting her physical weight? Is this affecting her metabolism since it's in her gut?
Yes, and the weight is like a defense so that it can't get through.
So how can we change this for her? Because this is not working for her in the human form. And usually when we choose these things before we come into a body, we do not think about the physicality of it. But here we're physical beings, and this is affecting her, and she's not able to drop her weight easily, and she should be.
Learn the practice of connecting on an energetic spirit to spirit from that phoenix form to their dark form, picturing that person's soul being and working energetic to energetic on the third plane instead of on the physical plane or instead of in the direct aura field.
So please show her the specific technique for this, show her the process, and bring it into her mind and into her heart and into her root so that she can embody this technical practice. And so she understands the practice so much that she can actually teach it to others because she's a teacher.
Right now, she can do it with those that are awake or enlightened or in a meditative state. So practicing that will help to evolve it to where she can see it in others.
I'd like to ask, as one of her guides and teachers and spiritual peers, if you can please show her the specific technique of this so that she can actually teach it to our life coaching group, because others also do this and they're not aware.
Yeah, she knows where those images sit, where they live.
Thank
She
you.
has access to that grid.
Thank you. I will be asking her next week to teach this so that we can all learn from this absolutely invaluable practice, because many light workers, starseed way showers do this, and they need to understand on how not to take people's darkness into their bodies and hold on to it. So while we're talking about her physical weight and her metabolism, can you go into the metabolism, please, and balance it? Can you find where the metabolism is imbalance, where she's holding on to the excess heaviness of others' darkness? Is it just in her gut, or is it in another place?
No, it's her heart. It's her ego heart.
The ego heart. So let's go into the heart and let's find the ego there. Is it hiding in there?
It's eating ice cream.
It's eating ice cream. Okay. So can I talk with Summer's ego, please?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
How's your ice cream?
Very good.
What flavor is it?
Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, that's so good. But what kind? What
Fish food.
It's what?
Fish food.
Really? Is there a Ben and Jerry's fish food ice cream?
PHISH. Fish.
Oh, fish is in the band. So what is this? Is fruit or chocolate or what? I don't know.
Caramel, marshmallow, and chocolate.
Oh, wow. That sounds intense. Is this one of your favorites?
Yes.
Okay. So I understand that you are hiding in the heart, but something that is going to be really helpful for you, for your higher self, for the body, for your oversoul, is we've got to lighten up the heaviness that's going on. There's a lot of heaviness. So I want you to share with all of us here, because we're all here supporting you. We love you. What is the heaviness that you're holding on to?
Fear.
Okay, can you tell me about that fear?
Fear of being broken and fear of being lost. Fear of disappearing.
When were you broken, sweetie?
Each time she helps others heal.
Mm-hmm. What can you share with me what you feel each time that you help others heal? You all help others? What do you feel?
Sadness.
Yeah, can you express that sadness? We've got you.
They don't give back.
They don't give back. Oh, that's so hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that hurts, doesn't it?
Yes.
I know. Did you know that you're a star?
No.
Did you hear when we learned that you are a star from a star planet in a system far away from here? Did you know that?
No.
I just learned that today. Isn't that amazing that you're actually a star?
I don't believe.
Well, I'm going to call in Vera and Rex, two of your very powerful spirit guides. Can we have Vera and Rex come in, please?
Yeah, I know them.
You know them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I hide from them.
Why do you hide from them?
Because they want me to go away.
They want you to go away. Well, we need our ego here in the human form. You're not going to go away. I want you to know that right now. You can't go away. You exist and you're beautiful and you're amazing. What color are you right now?
Red.
Yep. And you're beautiful red, aren't you?
They don't want me to disappear. They want me to go away from the heart.
Well, since you're red, that belongs in the root. The root is red. So how about we go on down to the root? You can bring your ice cream. Let's go on down to the root of the pelvic floor and see what it's like down there, because we've done a lot of clearing already. So I'm with you. We're all with you. I want you to go on down to the root, because it's been cleared out. We already found.
Much nicer than it used to be.
Yeah. So since you're a beautiful red color, the root needs you. And you know what? What do you want to be called?
Flame.
Flame. Want to know what flame? The root is where a lot of the power is. How does that feel to you?
I've already set up my easy chair.
Okay, set up your easy chair. And I want to talk with Vera for a moment. Can I talk with Vera?
Yes.
Thank you. Is this Vera?
Yes.
Vera, how do you feel about flame being in the root chakra?
Much better.
Okay. So Vera and Rex, is Rex close by?
Yeah, he's watching over her.
Thank you. Vera and Rex, can you please show Flame the star where you're from? And can you please help Flame to feel the energy, the constance, the reassurance, and the giving of the star that you're from? Because Flame feels like she's not being given to. She has to give all the time, but she doesn't get anything back. But the star is what always gives back, isn't it?
Yes.
So can you please show her and transmit to Flame in the root chakra the energy from her own home star system? Show her those images so that she can see her own power, her own love. She's so loving. It's actually self-generating, isn't it, Flame?
Melted my ice cream.
It's okay.
It's good.
Sometimes the ice
It's
cream
good.
tastes good like a shake, doesn't it?
I don't need it.
No.
Thank you.
You have your own power, don't you, Flame?
Yes.
You're a star. Do you believe me now?
Yes.
I see it. And I see you, and I see how beautiful you are. Flame, we need the ego in the human form to express our individuality. And you are such a beautiful color frequency. And you help Summer do this healing work with all of these people.
What's that movie with Nicolas Cage where it's like takes on not a demon, but like his skull lights up on fire?
Yes, I don't remember it now, but I know exactly what you're talking about, and it's a hilarious film.
That's what I want to look like.
Okay, you go ahead and you look like that, and you take that on. Flame, we need you, but we need you to be balanced, and we need you to be very loving because you are pure love. And we want you to shine your color, and you don't always have to stay red. You can be whatever color you want to be. Yeah, feel that. We never kill anything. It's not possible. What we do is we heal all aspects of ourselves, and then we enhance it. So you can choose to be whatever color you want to be. But we need you to get brighter, Flame, okay? We need you to get brighter and more loving, because that's really what you are, is your pure love. Do you believe me?
Yes.
I would only tell you the truth because I love you. And the root is the best place for you to be because you're the foundation of the body. And then you can have fun playing. You get to play with the creation. Because we are creators, as you know, and we're here to create. And you get to have front row center of that job. How do you feel about that?
Yes.
Good.
Being here will also help balance my hormones.
It will. So, can I talk with Vera and Rex again?
Yes.
Thank you. We need to balance her hormones. So can you do that now, please? Her hormones are off balance.
They're tied to her emotions.
So can you balance the emotional body in the field, please, and bring it back into the heart center? 0 point. And you let me know when that's balanced. And will you continue keeping the balancing going for as long as it takes?
Yes.
Thank you. And now the excess emotions that are causing the heaviness and the actual physical weight gain, can you burn down that excess heaviness so that her physical body will actually begin to slim down now?
Yes.
What color would you like to use to burn off that excess physical weight?
That purple that's so dark it's almost red.
Thank you. Continue with that. Let me know when that is complete, and let me know how her body is feeling as you start to burn up the weight.
She'll need to practice this in the bath, shrinking her body back down to the size that she actually is. Stop enlarging the shell, the cover.
Yes.
Wear it like it's supposed to be worn.
Good. So what do you recommend about how often she bathes so that she can practice this in the water?
She'll know every time she needs it.
Okay. Thank you. And will you continue burning off the excess weight as long as it takes?
Yes.
Thank you. Past lives. She feels she's had some Wild West lifetimes, and these 7 lives she's had here. She feels that she's been shot. She feels like she was killed by someone close to her that she trusted, and that she was drowned. Can you share with her details on those?
The drowning was part of the life we showed. She wasn't dead when the 3 men tossed her in the water.
So she drowned instead of being hit on the hook.
Yeah, either one would have killed her. That just got her first.
How about being shot?
Yes, in the West.
She was shot in the West?
Yeah, Wild West.
Where in the Wild West did she live?
Wyoming.
In Wyoming. Can you show her where in Wyoming that she lived?
She traveled all over.
What did she do in that life that was significant for her?
Robbed stagecoaches.
She robbed stagecoaches. Is that the only Wild West lifetime she's had?
Yes.
Okay. Was she male or female?
Female.
Did she have a group that she did this with?
No, she dressed as a man when she robbed the coaches. And when she settled into a town planning her next heist, she was a barmaid. So nobody suspected.
What was the purpose of that life for her?
It was fun.
It was fun?
Deceiving men. Power.
And where was she shot? In her body?
In the left abdomen area.
Can you go into the left abdomen area, please, and look and see if there is still an energetic wound there?
Small, but it's almost a reminder to live just a little bit more on the wild side.
Is it necessary for it to stay there, or can we heal that today?
Either one would be fine.
What does she prefer?
Stay.
She prefers it to stay. She likes it. Very good. She dreamt her parents killed her current lifetime parents. Can you share with her about that?
It wasn't her current parents, but she was shown that because it was the only way for her to release that karmic past and know she was still safe, because she knew in her soul contract her parents would never do that to her. Her current parents would never do that to her.
So can you share with her, who is her father to her on a soul level? You've already shown her her mother.
I want to say first time in the contract is that she's here to teach him.
What is she teaching him?
Patience and understanding and no judgment.
And is he learning that through her?
Yes, absolutely.
And now she wants to know, we know about Kellen, who Kellen is. Any other family members? How about her siblings? What is her life with siblings and what is she teaching them?
Her brother Tim was her adopted son Tim in that one life. Her sister was not an earth life.
Her sister Heidi.
Yeah.
Who is Heidi?
She's like a gypsy soul. She hasn't chosen which galactic family to listen to follow what path she wants to be a part of.
Is Heidi a hybrid?
Fairy.
She's fairy. Heidi's seeing a lot of galactic activity. What's going on with that?
Yeah, it's a water planet.
She's from a water planet.
One of them is. It's like a cyclone. It's like a shifting. I keep seeing an image with some place with more forest, like almost elven, butterflies, shifting creatures, big birds.
Is that where Heidi's originally from?
Yes.
And is that far from here?
Not that far.
No. What is Heidi's purpose? She just started waking up a couple of years ago. What is her purpose?
Eventually to help others that have gone through her same trials. Abuse.
Is that why she experienced all of the addiction and everything?
Yeah, she made a contract, but she lost her way.
How can Summer help her more?
By doing what she's doing and always accepting and never judging.
Very good.
Being patient with her, pushing her when she needs to be pushed.
How many lifetimes has Summer and Heidi had together?
3.
Are they all here on Mother Earth?
None of them.
None of them. This is their first life here together.
Yeah.
Okay. Are they part of the same soul family? Same energy stream?
No. It's like a cross-planetary pen pal system.
Yeah, I understand that. Anybody else in her immediate family, her DNA, that she needs to know about? Her past lives with them, any soul contracts?
No.
Very good. How about her close friends? She has a lot of close friends. Significant connections with close friends she needs to be aware of.
Again, they were brought to her for her to help open them in such a way to be present, understanding, loving, and caring for their children or younger siblings. They do provide love and getting amusement, but not always the support she needs because they don't understand how. She's too bright to see all of her.
So what is the support that Summer is getting in her life currently that's helping her to do this light work?
Her mom, her son, the earth, the satisfaction or knowledge of knowing that she's helping others. We've shown her the children of those she's helped.
Is there any other way that she's supposed to be helping children besides being a conduit, a ripple, and a parent?
has something to do with Kellen, and it will evolve when he's ready.
When he's a little older.
Yeah, not much older, just more willing.
So she wants to know, well, she knows now who her galactic family is. We know who her galactic family is. Are there any other galactic groups that she is connected with besides her star?
There's connection with all the guides who are part of, they were like a leftover of each of her pasts. Yura and Rex and Bronze and the Angel.
Has she experienced many lifetimes in other star systems on other planets? Before Earth?
Yes.
Was that a preparation for her to be able to come here then?
Preparation for her as well as to gather the guides she needs.
Does she have any connection with the Galactic Federation of Light?
Not directly.
Very good. She wants to know if there are any messages from crossed over loved ones for her family members. Anybody want to come through and speak through her? You will have to give them a voice and let them use your mouth.
Grandpa Millard watches over Kellen.
Grandpa Millard.
Ask Kellen more about him.
Ask Kellen more. How does he communicate to Kellen?
Imagery.
And imagery. What kind of imagery?
Buildings. Art.
Does that have to do with Minecraft?
Yes.
Is he inspiring Kellen to create through Minecraft?
He's helping teach Kellen how to take the images in his head and build them on a 3-dimensional plane.
And what is the purpose for that? Where is that going?
One, he has to have an outlet. There's so much. And two, it's a platform to help teach others in building a new world.
Yes. Is Kellen one of the builders of Newbury?
Yeah, he's one of the main grounding forces. He'll be not the leader because that's not his role, but he will be that. He will be the one they turn to for the instructions, for the design, for the how-to manual.
Like the blueprinter? So he's a builder. He's a holder of energy.
He's creating his friends, his core group around him. And those friends are moving away so that the pattern will be enlarged, just like the light workers.
Yes.
There's a grid of light workers and a grid of builders.
Yes. Any other, thank you, Grandpa Millard. Any other family members that want to come through with any messages for the family?
And Granny, she said she's proud of my cinnamon rolls.
Is that your recipe, Granny?
Yeah, it was her grandmother's.
Oh, that's wonderful.
She said, keep with tradition.
Keep with tradition.
That's where heart comes from.
That's where heart comes from.
On this plane. That's what people understand.
That's what people understand. Thank you, Granny. Anyone else want to come through with messages?
Aunt Sandy.
Aunt Sandy. Hi, Aunt Sandy. Any messages you want to share?
Pass on to Jennifer and Uncle Bob. Pure peace and comfort and no pain.
Pure peace, comfort, and no pain.
And to Jennifer, smile more.
Jennifer, smile more.
And to Uncle Bob, it's okay to let go.
Uncle Bob, it's okay to let go. Very good. And Aunt Sandy, can you share, because Summer's going to be able to pass this on, can you share where you are and what it's like for you so that they know?
On a lake, on a jet ski.
On a lake.
With my hair back and it's long and flowing in the breeze.
That sounds wonderful.
And then I sit in my kayak and just be and be at peace. And the water's clear. There's no pollution. The animals are all around. The skies are clear. The birds are singing. The leaves and flowers and trees are so bright. The smells are amazing.
Are you with others, Aunt Sandy?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's wonderful. You sound so happy.
It's weightless.
It's weightless.
It's all love and energy, no darkness.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Aunt Sandy, for sharing that.
You're welcome.
And now we'll disconnect from Aunt Sandy. Any other loved ones want to come through and give messages?
Uncle David.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Uncle David.
For Tony.
For Tony.
Get back to art, you stupid fuck.
Get back to art, you stupid fuck. That is great. Wise words from the astral plane. Yeah, who says we don't have a sense of humor while we're not in the physical anymore? And I'm sure Tony will get that.
Yes. He's my brother, he knows.
That's wonderful. Anything else, Uncle David, that you'd like to share?
No, he's just proud of us all.
That's so good. And we'll disconnect from Uncle David. Anyone else want to come through?
Steve,
Mm-hmm.
for Summer.
And what does Steve want to tell Summer?
Let go. It was meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
Learn your lesson, grow, be at peace.
Mm-hmm.
Help Rob to let go too.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Thank you, Steve. And now we'll disconnect. And I would love to talk with the guide team again. Am I speaking with the guides?
Yes.
Summer has an amazing connection to Ireland. Why?
There's somebody from her star planet that she's connected to that was there in the past. And she can see, feel, hear, taste, smell the life of this woman. So without living that life there, she's fractally left over with the imprints of all the life that was lived before.
And what does that do for Summer when she went there, and then when she thinks about it?
Connects her to something much deeper than the energy that the America has to offer. It's straight back to her star system, and even the energy in Ireland is not earth energy, it's star energy.
Yes.
And it's so much deeper, and it resonates at a level that's much more peaceful to where her vibration is.
And will she return to Ireland when the changes?
Yeah, and she'll meet an offspring of that woman.
She will. Mm-hmm. So is that woman not in the physical any longer?
No, it was a lifelong past.
Very good.
Back as the pagans before the churches came in.
Right.
She'll meet a many generational woman descendant.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Now, Summer would like to turn her superpowers back on, not just being able to see optimal timelines for people, but she has so many, as we all do. Her clairs, her voyance, her audience, her sentience, and her cognizance. Can you finally tune those sharper and more vibrant and louder today, please?
Summer, like on a waiting list, like when you update all your apps, only one can upload at a time. So as some come through and she resonates it to what's acceptable to her without too much, because it's so big trying to fit into such a small energetic body space. As each one adjusts, more will come through in a very quick timeline.
Okay.
Longer to her, but quick to us.
Right. So those are coming online more?
Yes.
And they're getting more finely tuned every day?
Yes. Especially in her meditative state, in order for her to disengage her brain, to trust herself, to believe. And the more she does that, the more it will take hold, and she'll be able to do it on a level of being awake as well without questioning it.
Very good. Thank you. Now, she says that people she attracts tend to be manipulators and liars. Why? Does that have to do with her helping people to activate their heart again? So they're dark?
Yeah, her light sees through. She needs to learn to let her light recognize the dark and cue her in that this is a path for her, as opposed to just maybe somebody passing through or somebody coming into her life to offer her something.
Very good.
And as she learns more for her core phoenix to recognize outside of this plane their core self, she'll know on a quicker level whether this is somebody that's just passing through or that's going to stay until their contract has been achieved.
Very good. So we addressed the hormones and the weight gain, and she's got these, I mean, the hormone imbalance is so intense, but there's also rashes that come with them. Can you share with her what the rashes are about?
Energetic heat, it's that internal star burning too bright for this body.
So can you balance that out so that the skin isn't expressing, because the skin is really a kind of a speaker or an amplifier for the liver. So can you help her to tone that down and balance out the skin, liver, toxin, heat connection so that she doesn't experience those rashes?
Yeah, and I'm seeing more plants, not just eating more, but barefoot in more green vegetation will also help too, or in the clean streams or creeks will help to balance that heat. It's too much star and not enough water balance.
Can you start balancing that today, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. You let me know when that balance is complete.
I'm getting that it's a better balance is necessary between the upper and the lower chakras in order to have a better balance of the energy that causes that. And now as the lower chakras are cleared and kept clean and used and expressed, the upper chakras will be able to be more open as well.
Very good. Thank you. And can you continue practicing and fine-tuning this balance as long as it takes so that it maintains itself?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Now she has a right eye cyst, a little cyst on the right eye. Why is that there?
Something left behind from Will.
Something left behind from Will. What is that? Can you dive into that, please, and tell her what that is?
An energetic snot ball that's stuck to her.
Can that be removed today, please? Can you dissolve that?
Yeah.
What are you going to use to dissolve that, please?
Her powerful white light of love.
Okay, you go ahead and you shine that and completely dissolve it easily. You let me know when that is taking effect. Because she would like to wake up tomorrow morning with a clear right eye.
One week of burning, clear, pure love in the dark spot left behind on her heart. We'll get rid of it.
Okay.
We'll continue to do that.
Thank you. Can you do that as she sleeps, especially so that as she
Yes.
wakes up, it shrinks down until it just dissolves completely?
Yes.
Can you restore the skin of the eyelid so that it's perfect again?
Yeah, it's just the surface.
Thank you. Now, we healed her shoulder. Her inner hips were blocked that have to do with the lifetimes where she was killed from drowning. She's got the spots. So we've already gone into the spots, and we've dealt with the shoulder with the life of Governor. And the front of the right hip had a hole in it. But she's got inner hips, she says, are blocked. What does that have to do with?
Root chakra, those will clear
Okay.
as she continues to learn to love herself and be accepting of her. Thanks, Rex. Lion, manly, masculine nature to enjoy sex, and her feminine Vera nature to bring sensuality back in. As she learns to balance again those upper and lower chakras, she needs to be okay to be open to the upper chakras and the intimacy that comes with it and the connection that comes with it, and not just the physical sense. We'll keep her safe.
Okay. So she's going to start to be able to open up the inner hips more.
Yeah.
And possibly practicing yoga regularly.
That's helped a lot.
Yeah. Very good. And she has the backs of the legs, the Achilles, the soleus, the calves, the gastroc, all of that is really tight. And she said Kellen has it too. Where is that coming from?
Bodies aren't big enough. Their bodies aren't stretched or malleable enough to hold such immense energy from the star system they're in.
So how can we help the body?
Continue to stretch. Continue to learn to hold energy outside of the body and not just run through it.
Very good. And she knows how to do that?
We'll show her. It's different. It's new. It's like almost like a third skin or a second skin that's added, almost like an external body that will help hold some of that energy on like a reserve too.
Very good. Now, can you go into the 7 main chakras, and can you make sure we already opened up the root and we have flame there, and we've looked at the heart and we've opened up the heart, and can you look at the remaining 5 chakras and see if there's anything that's blocked that needs to be cleared today?
Third eye and sacral.
Yes. Okay, so can we go into the sacral first, please? And what is in the sacral chakra that's blocking it?
Unacceptance of ability and acceptance of life path, or not understanding, questioning identity.
Questioning identity. And so how can we shift that into the acceptance?
It is, and it will be within the next month in a full path. Full path of clearing from root all the way to sacral.
Okay, very good. And can we go into the brow chakra to the third eye and tell me what's blocking that?
Conscious thought.
Conscious thought. That's the ego going in there again?
It's above ego, but below energy. It creates the ringing in the ears all of the time. Her mom has it too. It's something. A balance needs to be made between the intuition and the knowledge with what to do with the intuition. Right now, the knowledge is trying to lead the intuition instead of there being a symbiotic relationship.
Can you create that symbiotic relationship now, please? Can you share with me how you were balancing that?
Bringing more light energy in through the third eye instead of the crown.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
She has to learn to bring it in order to shine it out.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. You let me know when it's balanced.
It's flowing. It will continue to balance.
Thank you. So now, because we are in a huge time of shift, and it seems that all intention and all eyes and all energy is watching and helping us here on planet Earth, can you share with other light workers what is happening right now for this year? Where are we at right now?
It's like being in a tornado. When you're on one side, you feel the wind. And that's happened. And now there's this pause that's happened. That's like the eye of the tornado where it's, it's going to come again. And it will come soon, but it will be fast to leave time to rebuild from what's left behind. And that rebuilding process will start. It has already started in many ways. But in December, the skeleton of the buildings, the foundation, the cleanup will be done, and then the new building will begin by December.
Many are speculating that there's going to be, or that there already is a second wave of a virus coming in. What is your perception on that?
And the virus is the darkness, and it's going to find a way to manifest one way or another. Right now, humanity's focused on the virus, so when you're always looking for a yellow car, you'll always find a yellow car. If humanity was focused elsewhere, the darkness, that virus would show elsewhere. It's been here in so many places, and toxicities and pollutions and the healthcare system and the government. It's just taken this to finally force people to open their eyes.
There are some light workers who are feeling that there might be a very intense, possibly civil war that will break out at some point in October or November for the United States. What is your perception on the possibility of that timeline?
The timeline is right. It's right before. It's as the light workers start cleaning up more of this wreckage. Those that like the wreckage, the disaster, the unease will protest, but it won't be enough, and there won't be enough people left with that agenda versus how many people with this new plan, with this new heart, with this new balance, with these new blueprints. That will be bigger. And the unrest and the chaos that will happen will be between the worst of the darks and the best of the lights. And it's their contract here. They know it's coming, these light workers. They know their place, they know it's coming, whatever the sacrifice will be, whether it's life or whether it's reputation or whether it's freedom. They've made that contract because it's the only way to balance out and defeat that level of the darkness.
And yes, as you've stated, and as we've heard, December is a big shift. And after the solstice, what is coming in for us in the next what we would say year of 2021.
Learning to take a deep breath with the new air. Learning how to function in the new bodies. It's a learning curve. There'll be some what people will deem as failures, but it's just like when you're learning to walk, you have to fall down. You have to learn your balance. Each individual will do it on their own path, and the nation and world as a whole will learn to start doing it collectively. And there'll be places that have already started to try on this new balance, and will continue to try it on so that others can learn from them, so that we're not all repeating the same mistakes over and over. Each section of light workers has their job in each territory for progress, whether it's for cleaning the waters or advancing the education system or financial system or political system or travel or ports, whatever it happens to be. Each place will have a new way of being that will be adapted worldwide. Mm-hmm. It's not up to all of us to reinvent every part. It'll collectively happen.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Now, there are some very powerful starseeds who have been told and shown by their guides and by source that the timelines have been condensed, and that we're on one timeline now going up, and that this grand experiment has been completely shifted. What is your perception of any of that?
It is for now, because everybody needs to be focused on the same direction. If you offer 5 buses, they're all going to go different ways, and your energy isn't collected enough in one direction, in one location. Everybody was trying to do their things, and this is more of a tunnel that leads to other timelines, as opposed to one solitary timeline that will remain. It's a subway system to the new earth.
Mm-hmm. Is the new earth, is that an actual physical reality?
Depends on how you define physical.
Mm-hmm. How do you define it?
Energy can take physical form. So there will be many that choose to create the physical world, and that's that Minecraft generation, the builders. It's their job to create this foundation, and many light workers will choose to continue to elevate to a higher level, so that Earth's dimension will not be one surface. It won't be limited to stop at the edge of the atmosphere. It will be continuous, and each level will contribute to the next level.
Thank you. And what is the work that Summer and myself, Sonia, have? What is our work together besides this?
Connecting each other and opening each other, opening Summer so that she can help others, which many will lead back to Sonia. Some that she meets, like Heidi, directing people back at the lower level, like she was when she started, when she met you. And being able to elevate on an astral level through meditation or through sleep time to create a much higher, more energetic healing for light workers themselves, and not just people on this plane.
Very good.
Holding space and healing the healers.
Thank you for that. That confirms what I felt from you. Thank you. Is there anything else that we've not cleared or learned today that still needs to be cleared or learned?
just to continue trusting the path, continue meditation, especially those days that you really don't want to, because those are the days you need it the most. Those are the days the biggest messages are going to be coming in. There will be times of respite where it's easier, and there will be times that there's a lot to process and a lot to learn, and it feels more like a struggle. But the bigger picture, it's like studying for a test. Once you're on the other side, you have the knowledge and you don't need to study for that test anymore. You can just practice. Trust the people that are coming into your life are there for a reason, and it's not to hurt or manipulate, but to feel your love and feel your light, because they want to be ready. They are ready. Some won't admit it, some aren't ready for it, but they're little light beings that are trapped inside have contacted you, and you're listening.
Thank you so much. I want to thank you. I want to thank you as the highest self, as Summer's amazing and powerful guides. I want to thank you all for your wisdom, your knowledge, your healing, your energy, your light. And please, I ask you to continue showing Summer your images, as we need that here in the human body. And I want to ask you if you will come into the auric field more, so that Summer can really feel you on an energetic and on a physical level, and know that you're there. Know that you're here and present with her. And I want to ask the higher self to come into the body and come and reside in the heart space of the body, so that Summer has full clarity and is really restored back in the 0 point frequency of her heart center, and is really focused on the heart first, and then allowing the mind to think from the heart and balance the emotions so that the emotions express from and through the heart first. And I would like to thank all of the fractals, all of the different personalities of Summer, for showing her these parts of herself. And I would like to ask all of these personalities and energies to come back into the heart center, so that she may be fully integrated and centered, and have the knowing and the experience of all these parts of herself in this body right here, right now, at all times. And as I count to 10, 1, 2, you are feeling whole and fully restored and very healthy. 3, 4, you are coming into your body more, and you are feeling very relaxed and very centered and grounded in your star essence in your being. 5, 6, you feel like you've had just a really deep, full night of sleep, and you're very restored and well rested, and your body feels lighter, healthier, slimmer, and more flexible and malleable for you. 7, 8, you just feel really good. You remember absolutely everything that we talked about, everything that was shared. All knowledge is here for you. Your clairs are completely turned on. You feel very multidimensional and conscious, and it's embodied here in your physical form and in your being, and you're so present in the moment. And 9, 10, eyes open, wide awake. Welcome back.
Stuck. Whew.
Let's get you some sunlight, get you grounded.
That's almost sore.
Oh yeah, they're hot.
Yeah. They're like inside my palms.
I'm
You can
walking this
see.
in here. How long? How long do you think?
You can see the perfect happy face that it made on my hand.
How long do you think that was, Summer?
Oh, it only felt like 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
How long was it?
We started at 2:04 p.m. It is 4:39.
Wow.
That was more than 2.5 hours.
Wow. Yeah, it felt like 20 minutes.
We answered all your questions.
Yeah. And some that came up that I forgot to write down, like the ringing in the ears, all of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that came in.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel?
Connected is the best way. Like you know it, but you aren't really sure, and now you know it, kind of thing. Where it's like confirmation of everything that I've been seeing and working on for a while.
Did you feel like you were hypnotized?
Yeah, in the way that I've been hypnotized before, which is like for me, like the lucid dreaming, the hypnosis, and meditation, it's like a way to shut up the ego and just allow me to connect to the rest of myself without judgment or thought. And that's for me like the big one that I'm learning to do on a more conscious basis too. Not to second guess myself.
Never. Always go with the first and then trust the first.
Right.
Like, did you hear your ego come in at all and try to kind of take over?
Oh,
considering you're a practiced meditator, though.
Yeah, well, only new. I mean, just with you in this last year.
You're so good at you're really good at it.
I'm a practiced lucid dreamer just because it's the only way that I can stay sane. But oh yeah, the ego is, especially when you are first starting it. It's like, no, don't take me there. I don't want to go through the portal. Yeah. It's scary. I was like, guys, can you please just take her someplace? Oh, actually, what I did, it was really cool.
Flame, she was hilarious.
Yeah, it was even before that. It was when you first started the portal in the garden outside my door. Mm-hmm. And it was no, I don't want to go. And my feet like went straight up and were holding tight.
Yeah, your feet were having some issues.
Yeah, I had major feet issues grounding.
I felt
there was like a block that got fixed.
I felt the heaviness, and I was shown cement blocks, and I felt the heaviness, and that's why in the beginning, notice I was like, okay, we got to go down to the feet. Yeah, you mentioned the feet 2 or 3 times,
and it was cool because that ego in the very beginning, I said, I know the ego needs to come along for the ride, but take her to the cheap seats. So it was like a theater, and like stuck her up in the top of the cheap seats with popcorn to watch the show. I'm like, take it all in. I don't want to listen to you right now. So it was a perfect place. Yeah. And then they've learned, my guides, I get a lot of chatter from people trying to connect that I'm, like my sign is up. I need some time. Like, use the love I've already given you. Like, hold on. And they've set it up like a security station at the airport. And he wears a little hat, and they like check passports of like, what do you want with her? And they check ID, and all right, you can come through. Or no, sorry, not right now. So my guides are taking the funnies from yours. It's fun.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'm gonna